Oh yeah, you lot, I'm getting a little bit amazed in my old age. I've just lit a candle. And actually, if you've ever seen my ZeroCon keynote, you'll understand the significance of that. You know what, we only, in our lives, we end up spending our lives saving money for a rainy day. We end up keeping our watch, our best watch, we keep it under lock and key so you don't scratch it. You end up being scared to park your car, and you end up nonsense, and you end up with a big roll or a shelf full of Yankee candles that you're saving for. Why are you saving it? Light your candle. So that's what I've just done, lit my candle. The past is the past, and today's kind of video is about that. It's that people are unwilling to let go of the past. People are hanging on to the past, and in some respects, what I find with people is that it's a bit like they want to move on, but they want to stay where they are. And I describe it a bit like, I mean, you anchor down and you sail up on a boat, on a ship, and it goes round and round and round. At some point, what you've got to do, you've got to either cut your anchor off, lift your anchor up, or put your sail down. So if I said to you right now, where are you going? Think about that. Where are you going? Are you going round and round in circles? Are you anchored to the past? The past is the past. Just think about that. The past is the past. You know, we can all look at how things was how things was in the past, and actually, we stay in the past and thinking about the past. And yeah, but if that hadn't happened or this hadn't happened, the way it used to be, it's gone. The world is gone. People used to wear moon boots. You couldn't get moon boots. There was like PS5s back in the day in the 80s. You couldn't get moon boots. Right? I bet you could buy moon boots today if you really wanted to. The past is the past. It's really time to move on. I'm going to share with you a lesson, something that literally I did this, and it must have been in the mid-90s. It must have been like 1997, I reckon it would have been. So this is something that even back then I was quite astute in my thinking, and I kind of understood the power of the mind. If you think about something that you're unwilling to let go of in the past, whether it's some trauma or whether it's something that you've dealt with, I'm going to share something that worked for me. I was going through some stuff back in the mid-90s, and I want you to think about that thing that you're kind of unwilling to let go of, that you know is unhelpful to you, to your life, to your future, okay? And I want you to think of it like a backpack, right? Think of it like a backpack full of rocks. You're carrying it. And I say to you, why are you carrying that big backpack full of rocks? And you go, because I've always carried it. No, but why? Why are you carrying that big backpack full of rocks? I don't know. Why don't you put it down? Okay. So I'm going to give you an option right now to you, YouTube stranger. You can either, one, carry that backpack for the remainder of your life, the backpack full of rocks, or what you can do is this. I want you to think about a landscape, like a wonderful Somerset field, green Somerset, the sun, beautiful picturesque scene. And I've been all good as a hypnotist, whatever. And then you're walking along with your backpack full of rocks, and it's getting a bit weighty. And there's a tree, a wonderful, beautiful oak tree that's been there for 400 or 500 years. And I want you just to sit down under the oak tree. And as you sit down under the oak tree, you've got to take your backpack off because, let's be quite frank, it's uncomfortable to sit down. You have 5 minutes just looking around. Beautiful summer's day. You now have an option. You can either put your backpack back on, or you can leave it there. And I want you to make a decision right now. That metaphorical backpack that you're carrying, I want you to either carry it for the remainder of your life, right? For the remainder of your life. Or I want you to leave it under that oak tree and walk on. Walk on for 100 foot, okay? Mentally. And I want you to stop. And I want you to look back at that backpack. And I want you to make a decision, a second decision. I want you to either give it a nod and walk away, or I want you to go back and put that backpack on full of rocks that have been painful, that you've been walking on with for as long as you've been walking around. And I want you to carry that for the remainder of your life. You know, like everything in life, the decision is yours. What we'll say to you about that backpack, I did that in 1997. And actually, it was the right thing to do, because otherwise I would never had the strength to do what I needed to do. And that applies to you. So when we started this whole thing off today, I said, it's time to let go. It's time to put the backpack down. The past is just that, the past. Like everything in life, what happens next, the decision is yours. My advice, leave the backpack.